Imagine stepping into a penthouse apartment at 40,000 feet, where every square inch costs more than most people's houses, and you're cruising at 540 miles per hour above the clouds. This isn't just another private jet. This is the Airbus ACJ320neo, a $75 million flying palace that redefines what luxury travel means. While most people squeeze into airline seats designed for hobbits, the ultra-wealthy are stretching out in bedrooms, dining rooms, and private offices that would make five-star hotels jealous. Today, we're taking you inside one of the most exclusive aircraft on the planet, where money truly has no limits. Cabin. Let's start with the heart of this flying mansion, the cabin. The ACJ320neo offers a staggering 1,838 square feet of floor space. To put that in perspective, that's larger than most New York City apartments, except this one happens to be cruising 7 miles above the Earth. The cabin stretches 98 feet in length, giving you more room to walk around than you'll find in most commercial aircraft's entire passenger section. The interior height reaches 6 feet and 7 inches at its tallest point, meaning even basketball players can stand comfortably without ducking. The cabin width spans 12 feet and 1 inch, creating an incredibly spacious feel that completely eliminates any sense of being confined in a metal tube. These dimensions create a living space that feels more like a luxury home than an aircraft. But dimensions are just numbers until you see what designers do with all that space. The typical ACJ320neo configuration includes multiple distinct zones. You'll find a master bedroom with a queen-size bed, complete with Egyptian cotton sheets and a memory foam mattress that costs more than most cars. The bedroom often features its own ensuite bathroom with a full-size shower, marble countertops, and gold-plated fixtures. The main living area rivals the finest penthouses, with Italian leather sofas that convert into additional sleeping areas, handcrafted wooden tables, and entertainment systems with screens that would make home theater enthusiasts weep. We're talking about 65-inch flat screens, surround sound systems, and streaming capabilities that keep you connected to your favorite content, even at cruising altitude. The dining area seats 8 people around a table that's often made from exotic woods, like Brazilian rosewood or African ebony. The chairs are custom-designed ergonomic masterpieces that cost $15,000 each. Yes, you heard that right, $15,000 for a single chair. Climate control is another area where no expense is spared. The cabin maintains perfect temperature and humidity levels, with individual zone controls that let passengers customize their environment. The air filtration system cycles the entire cabin air every 2 to 3 minutes, using HEPA filters that remove particles as small as 0.3 microns. Stick around until the end to see the most outrageous luxury feature that costs more than most people's annual salary. You won't believe what some owners install in these flying palaces. Cockpit. Moving forward to the cockpit, the ACJ320neo represents the pinnacle of aviation technology. The flight deck features Airbus's latest fly-by-wire system, which essentially means computers help pilots fly the aircraft more efficiently and safely than ever before. The instrument panel is dominated by 6 high-definition displays that show everything from flight parameters to weather radar. These aren't your grandfather's analog gauges. We're talking about crystal-clear LCD screens that display information with precision that would make NASA jealous. The primary flight display shows airspeed, altitude, heading, and attitude information, while the navigation display handles route planning and weather avoidance. The autopilot system is so advanced, it can handle takeoff, cruise, approach, and landing with minimal pilot input. This technology, originally developed for commercial airliners, has been refined to provide the smoothest possible flight experience for private jet passengers. The aircraft can automatically adjust for turbulence, optimize fuel consumption, and even execute complex approaches to challenging airports. The seats in the cockpit cost more than luxury cars. We're talking about $40,000 pilot seats that adjust in 17 different directions and include massage functions. Because when you're responsible for a $75 million aircraft and its precious cargo, comfort matters. Engine and performance. Under the wings, the ACJ320neo is powered by two CFM56-7 engines, each producing 24,500 pounds of thrust. These aren't just powerful, they're incredibly efficient, representing the latest in jet engine technology. The performance numbers are staggering. This aircraft can reach a maximum cruising speed of 540 miles per hour, though it typically cruises at around 515 miles per hour for optimal fuel efficiency. It can climb to its maximum altitude of 41,000 feet in just 18 minutes, getting you above commercial traffic and weather quickly. Range is where the ACJ320neo truly shines. With maximum fuel, it can fly 6,700 miles without stopping. That means you can fly from New York to Tokyo, London to Los Angeles, or Paris to Beijing without refueling. For most owners, this eliminates the need for fuel stops on intercontinental flights, saving time and maintaining privacy. The takeoff performance is equally impressive. The aircraft needs only 5,600 feet of runway when fully loaded, meaning it can access smaller airports that commercial airlines can't reach. This opens up destinations like Aspen, Teterboro, or St. Moritz, exclusive airports that cater specifically to private aviation. Fuel consumption, while still substantial, is remarkably efficient for an aircraft of this size. The ACJ320neo burns approximately 450 gallons per hour, which might sound like a lot until you consider that some smaller, older private jets burn nearly as much while carrying fewer passengers and having less range. Price. Now let's talk about what all this luxury costs. The base price for a new ACJ320neo starts at $75 million, but that's just the beginning. That price gets you the aircraft with basic interior, which is still nicer than most people's homes. But wealthy buyers rarely stop there. Custom interior completion can add another $20 to $30 million to the price tag. We're talking about hand-stitched leather that takes craftsmen months to install, exotic wood paneling from trees that are decades old, and custom-designed furniture that's built specifically for each aircraft. Some owners spend more on their interior than most people spend on houses. The most expensive ACJ320neo ever completed cost over $120 million. The owner, whose identity remains secret, installed features that included a master suite with a full-size bathtub, a conference room with video conferencing capabilities that rival corporate boardrooms, and a galley kitchen that would make professional chefs envious. Annual operating costs are substantial but reasonable considering the aircraft's capabilities. Expect to spend between $2 and $3 million per year on crew salaries, maintenance, insurance, and hangar fees. Flight hours add additional costs of approximately $4,000 per hour, covering fuel, maintenance reserves, and incidental expenses. For those who don't want to buy, charter rates for the ACJ320neo range from $12,000 to $18,000 per flight hour, depending on the interior configuration and destination. A typical transcontinental flight might cost $60,000 to $80,000, while international trips can easily exceed $100,000.